What's going on, Bulls fans? I decided, listen, I think it was Julia Jules. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was Julia Jules who in my last stream left a comment saying or asking for a pregame show. So I said, fuck it. I'm going to do it. Why not? The people asked for it. I'm a man of the people. This channel is for the people. I might as well do it. I was just sitting around, got my pregame gear on. I'm live. I'm hype. It is what it is, man. I don't even know if anybody's going to come in here because this is so impromptu. I literally was upstairs getting ready. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go ahead and go live. Let's have fun with it. Let's have fun with it. Let's do it. Let's do a pregame show. What are you guys expecting from the game tonight? This is just a conversation between me and whoever pops in. I may do this every what's going on, Warlocker? Yep. Decided to go ahead. I know it probably isn't going to be many people. Everybody got their little pregame ritual and stuff going on. I got my bench mob. Bench Mob is back shirt on, but you know, I was hyped, so I figured why not? It's been a minute since we had Bulls basketball. Might as well come in with the pregame show and talk a little shit, man. That's what I got to see. Why the hell not from Jonathan? Exactly. Why the hell not? Let's have some fun with it. The Bulls tonight. This is a big game for a couple of things. Because we only got to see one game of Lonzo back. The Bulls are coming off a pretty long break. This was a team that pushed us to the last minute, right? Took another DeMar DeRozan buzzer beater to get us over the hump against this team. So everything coming back around, it's going to be really interesting to see how this game goes. And I really hope that the Bulls, and what I said in my preview video, I really hope more than anything else, because I trust the Bulls offense and everything like that, I need to see a huge defensive effort from our team tonight. That's what I want to see. I want to see this team come in and strangle the Washington Wizards. And I don't mean the whole game, but I mean if it does start looking like it's out of hand, or if they have a lead coming out of halftime, when it comes time to really put the foot on the throat, I want to see a huge defensive effort from this team tonight. I think we're overdue for a really big defensive impact game from the Chicago Bulls, in my opinion. So that's kind of what I want to see, man. That's kind of what I want to see. Shay, give me a shout out for Lonzo Ball, not a locks down Bradley. It's really difficult to like. So let's set the parameters. What are we saying means lockdown, right? Are we going based off field goal percentage? Are we going based off overall points? What do you mean? What do you mean? Because I think everybody means takes lockdown as a different thing. For me, a lockdown defensive performance is kind of the things I just said. It's if he shoots an ineffective field goal percentage, if down the stretch he really can't get anything going, if we force the ball out of his hands, that to me is a lockdown thing. Even if Bradley Beal ends up scoring 20 points, but it comes off like 23 shots, it depends. So what are we judging? What are we saying is a lockdown defensive effort tonight, Shay? Let me know that. Lindsay, what's happening, champ? What's going on, Lindsay? What's going on? I'm glad you can make it in here all of a sudden. Again, this was completely impromptu. What's up, dude? I'm pumped for Bill versus Lonzo matchup. Me too, bro. I'm pumped for this game in general. Like, I've never done a pregame show before, right? I do previews, right, pre-recorded, but I've never come on and did a pregame hype train. And shout out to Julia Jules. She may not even see this, but she is the reason why this thought even came to my mind. And because I was getting ready for the game, ordered my wings already, I was like, fuck it. Let's go on live for about 20 minutes before the game. So why not? Why not? I'm just here to peep game. What's going on? That's my brother. Okay, first of all, if you guys like anything history related as far as like cultural to the Raw, y'all go check out One Mic History. Like that dude, what he does is like the effort and the timing and the production value of what goes into what he does on his YouTube channel. Y'all need to go and check that out. Period. That's my brother in here. I didn't even expect you to see what's going on, bro, man. I'm glad to see you in here. Washington need to die. I'm telling you, I need to see a huge defensive effort from my team tonight. That's what I want to see. Defense. I trust the offense is going to take care of itself. I want to see a defensive effort. We've dropped down too far in the defensive standings, started off in the top 5. I think we were even as high as 3 at one point. I need to see a huge defensive output from our team today. Let's go to this one. Lullaby 16. Final score predictions. I don't really do final score predictions because this is the NBA. Anything can go. Like I said, it depends on really how the Bulls play defense. If the Bulls play great defense like I'm hoping they're playing, I say the Bulls win by 8. If it's a closer game than that, well, no. If the Bulls play great defense, I say the Bulls win by, I'm going to say 11. If it's a close defensive game, and they don't play great defensively and the Bulls' shots aren't falling, I say it's a 6-point game, but either way, I got the Bulls pulling out the victory. Marvin McKinney, hello, Bulls Nation from Texas. First of all, I love that Bulls Nation is so spread out. So what's up to you from Columbus, Ohio to Texas? I'm not even in Chicago, so there you go. I hate the Wizards. See, I used to love people are going to judge me for this. The Gilbert Arenas, Butler, Stevenson, that version of the Washington Wizards, I really did love that team. Like, don't get me wrong, Gilbert Arenas was crazy as shit, but they won some. Like, they never made it far in the playoffs or anything like that. But there was just something exciting about that team that I really, really enjoyed. I think the Wizards will be out for blood. We hit them with the buzzer beater on Sunday, and then they got hit by another buzzer beater on Wednesday by the Rockets. LOL, they got to be mad. But listen, we didn't have Lonzo Ball. And again, I know Lonzo doesn't score a lot on this team. He averages, about 12 points per game. But I'm talking about defensively, and I really do trust what he's going to be able to do this. Let's go get this W from Blah. Absolutely, absolutely. One mic history. Thank you, bro. You deserve it, man. Like, bro, your YouTube, I wish, I'm a fucking director, right? I've made films and documentaries, and what you do on YouTube, bro, it's amazing. The thought and effort and everything that goes into it is amazing. I'm interested to see what adjustment the team makes to protect their interior better. Keep in mind, last game was Chris Fleming. I think that was Chris Fleming's last game that he coached this team. So it's going to be interesting to see like what Billy Donovan, if anything, does different, because we know Billy Donovan was very much still zooming in and having conversations with coach and helping with the game plan. But yeah, the thing is I think a lot of our interior points came from penetration out on the perimeter. So if we play better perimeter defense, Gafford may still get his 19, but it's not going to be those 72 points that they got before. Let's go Bulls. Absolutely, Eduardo. Absolutely, absolutely. 118 to 109. All right, there you go. Is Dinwiddie playing tonight? That's a good question. You know, I haven't really looked at the Wizards' depth chart at all to see who they have out. Let's go take a look at that real quick. Let's see who the Wizards have out tonight. Let's go. I know this isn't the most exciting YouTubing right now or viewer, but hey, it is what it is, man. This is impromptu. Let's see. As of right now, looks like Montrez is listed out. Bertans is listed as out. Hachimura is still listed as out. Tony Bradley. Nope. Dinwiddie is not on the injury report. So Spencer Dinwiddie will be playing tonight. So that makes it a little bit interesting again. Because what do? Do they put Zach on Dinwiddie and then let Lonzo guard Bradley Beal? Do they start off just playing straight up? Because LaVine, don't forget, down the stretch of that game, LaVine played some key defense on Bradley Beal. So do they at least start it off straight up? Lonzo on Dinwiddie, LaVine on Bill, and see what happens, and then maybe down the stretch you throw it up to mix things up a little bit. It's going to be interesting to see what the Bulls do defensively in this game, especially on the guards. Dinwiddie being there changes a lot, but we got Lonzo now. We didn't have Lonzo last time. London on here, snowing like hell. Listen, I'm in Ohio, bro. It snowed. We were supposed to get 2 more inches today. I don't think it ended up snowing anymore. Pretty sure Lonzo was out last week. Tonight we get to see Lonzo, but like I just said, Dinwiddie's back, and Dinwiddie can be dangerous. But yeah, we'll see. The Wizard team was crazy as hell. Yep, they were for sure. I love that Wizards team. Just hope y'all know Haize is the best, most fan-connected Bulls creator in the community. This man brings the best Bulls content on the platform. We prefer honest opinions more than fake news. Hey, that is the biggest compliment that you can give me. Seriously, the content is king. And you know, the fact that you guys enjoy my content and you know that I'm going to really bring my honest opinions, none of that fluff. I don't do clickbait videos at all for clicks, nothing like that. I'm sure, like, as much as we've grown, right, I'm sure that with the output that I put on videos, had I thrown in just one clickbait video in there a week amongst what I do, we'd probably be at like 7K subscribers right now. But the integrity of what we do means more to me than that. So you'll never get clickbait from me. Never. And that's a promise. Now, unless you look at like the Tim Bontemps Petty Roosevelt video as clickbait, but again, that was honest fan reacting to dumb shit, but that's like the most close thing that you can get to that. Hopefully some rest will help the defense. Rest and Lonzo would definitely help that. He's averaging 13, 5, and 5. His scoring has risen. Same with Kobe White. Is at 10 right now. Of course, it goes up 12 in Lonzo and maybe 15. That would be scary. Listen, Kobe, keep in mind, Kobe, now that Kobe's going to be able to go to the bench, and keep in mind what Kobe was able to do scoring-wise with having the ball in his hands, I really do think Kobe's more dangerous when he doesn't have to have the ball in his hands. So with like Caruso coming back and playing with Lonzo, Kobe's going to really be able to go out there and do like a Rip Hamilton type thing where he's coming off screens, pin downs all the time and getting a lot of open shots. So, and then Lonzo, I'm telling you right now, Lonzo Ball, because he's not going to be named to the All-Star team, is going to be out to kill motherfuckers. And be prepared. The NBA is not ready for after All-Star break Lonzo if he doesn't get in that All-Star game. I'm telling you right now, he's going to be out to kill every point guard that's in front of him. I guarantee you. I just checked. Pretty sure Dinwiddie plays tonight. Montrezl Harrell is out, though. Yep. Just said that. Consider this Coach Donovan's game. He came back talking about how we needed to be better on defense and otherwise. Let's see how it goes. Absolutely. Let's go number 9. Evening, C-Red Nation, 111 to 105 Bulls. There you go. What's the status on Cook? Cook is not going to be back anytime soon. So, the thing with the sprained ankle is that really, you won't really know what you have with a sprained ankle until the swelling goes down. Swelling with a sprained ankle, for anyone who's played sports knows that can be a week or two just for the swelling to go all the way down, for you even to get out there and do some things on the court to see how your body's reacting. I really don't think we're going to have Tyler Cook for maybe another week. And that's if it's not severe. If it is severe, we can be a month without Tyler Cook. And Tony Bradley as well. We got Tony Bradley back today. Tony Bradley's going to have to show some things over this stretch while Cook is out if he's going to want to keep his minutes, for sure. What up, Haize? Off topic, but did you see Illinois retire Io's jersey yesterday at halftime? DeMar attended the game with him, and Io talked about how much mentorship and support he gives this. So we talked about a little bit of the live stream. I did a random live stream last night. What DeMar brings to this Bulls team and what this is going to do for a player like Io. Keep in mind, a player like this being brought under a player like DeMar's wing this early into their career is going to be huge. And that's why, as much as like Bulls fans are tired of hearing about development because of the former front office just drafted whoever was the best available with no really plan or place or anything like this. Having DeMar here and a player and Io being able to learn under him for at least the 3 years that DeMar is here is going to be so huge for DeMar and what the type of player DeMar is going to end up turning into. I'm sorry, Io is going to end up turning into, not DeMar. T loading. What's up, bro? What's going on, man? What's going on? Do I think that DeAndre Jordan would be a good fit? I think he can help some. I think if you bring in DeAndre Jordan again, he doesn't offer anything with shooting wise. We do need somebody who can hit open shots and play 4 and 5. Now, you can play the backup 5 very well. If you bring up somebody like DeAndre Jordan, Tony Bradley is all but gone, and then you can probably play Cook a little bit as well, because he offers a little bit more on offense than at the power forward than what I would trust Bradley to bring. But I'm not saying that I'm against it. It's just I think that that's not a plug-in person like the Bulls may be looking for. The Bulls may be looking for someone who just plugs in and everything else that they have going on kind of seamlessly fits in that. But, weirder things have happened. This front office is very smart. I'm just here for Petty. Hey, Petty Roosevelt is very, very maintained right now. T-Load and facts. I'm ready for this game. Me too, bro. Me too. Producer HAC, Nick Tolliver. Hey, this is my first time seeing you in the live stream. If I missed you before, I'm sorry, but welcome to the community. Welcome to the family, bro. Hope to see you at the halftime hangout and the after game live show. Zoe going for 30. Oh, listen. Hey, from your mouth to God's ears, bro. Zoe, he's had a 30-point game or 27-point game this season. I don't think he's had a 30-point game. If Kobe moved off ball, how Matt Thomas does, that would be Matt Thomas never stands still. He just listen, and that's what Kobe needs to be like that. But let me say this: I'm starting to trust Kobe more scoring with off the dribble, because he's starting to get into the hole a little bit more and starting to flash some moves around the basket that are very, very pretty, right? So Kobe is really developed. We're seeing Kobe develop into a complete bench player. He's playing better defense again, not lockdown defense. Nobody's saying that. He's being able to put the ball on the floor and get to the hole. His shooting's being more consistent. Yeah, very important. That could be a very important piece, especially in the playoffs. Saw DeMar's interview on mainstream TV, and we took it personally. Like he knows the crowd that he's in. He knows he's crowd for his in. Petty for pre-games. I mean, Petty Roosevelt has to come out for a reason. Like, I don't ever want to just bring out Petty Roosevelt just because he's a funny-ass dude. Petty Roosevelt is very purposeful in the appearances he makes. So, yo, let's go. Pretty dope to have a pre-game show. Hey, man, listen, I've always said this. Me ever doing lives was because the viewers of this channel asked for it. I didn't start this channel off by doing any lives. I was a straightforward YouTuber, pre-recorded videos all the time. They asked, you guys asked for live streams after games. And I think I presented, I was like, would you rather have halftime live streams or after game live streams? And of course, after game live streams ended up winning out. But then I brought them both because you guys asked for them. So I'm not going to promise pregame all the time, especially like when my kids are here. But this wound up being perfect. It's my weekend kid free. And I get to just enjoy the game. My wings are on the way. And I was just waiting. So, hey, why not talk to my family? That's what we are here. We're a family. Who do you think steps up in Green's absence? More Kobe, D Jones, or anyone else? I think it's going to be collective. Really, if you're talking about in this game, I think Kobe has a big game in this game. I think, but if you're talking about over the course of the season over the course of the next month with Javonte out, it's going to be a mixture of everyone. Don't forget that Derrick Jones Jr., Lonzo Ball pick and roll started to be very dangerous before they both went down with COVID. Well, I think it was Derrick Jones Jr. first. If they can get back to that, it can be very, like, I trust Derrick Jones Jr. to be able to, like, he's not the energy defender that Javonte Green is, but Derrick Jones Jr., don't sleep on him. He brings a lot to this team, Mad Dog D, that is a pause. DJ's washed up. I mean, I think he, on this team, right, considering he won't be relied to do much, if you need to play him about 10 minutes to give you some defensive flashes or just to play tough defense in the middle against a bigger lineup, I think he can give you that, but I wouldn't trust him. I get what you're saying with that. The UC better be popping tonight. I heard Benny the Bull got naked. Yes, listen, Benny the Bull is the best mascot ever. I talked about this last night, Andre. I don't think that anyone's picking up Boogie. I really do think that it's predetermined that Boogie's going back to Milwaukee. By the way, that conversation happened and everything. I think he's coming back to Milwaukee. By the way, I already shot out this shirt. Y'all need to get this bench mob shirt because I think the bench mob is going to be very important the longer we go in the season. But, you know, that is what it is. With a deep playoff run this year, at least Eastern Conference, on top of a all NBA first team, make DeRozan a Hall of Famer. I think DeRozan is solidifying his Hall of Fame status already. Now, I get it that people, you know, I think a ring would solidify it already, but I really do think that not his first year available or anything, but DeRozan is going to get in the Hall of Fame. I trust that. I think we're good enough to the point where remotely most backup bigs can help us. We don't lack defense or scoring. We lack size. And I mean that literally, even with the lack of size, we're beasts. Listen, the fact that we have the record we do with such a size deficit tells you a lot. I used to want Zoe to be the type of point guard that has the ball in the hands for every possession, but I realized that would be exhausting considering the effort he puts on defense. I think that can happen. If DeMar DeRozan wasn't on this team, we would see that version of Lonzo you mentioned. And we're going to see that eventually. I even think that we're going to see it sometimes in this season. This is a long season. There's going to be times where we saw it. Look at when DeMar and Zach were both out. We saw that version of Lonzo for the most part. Lonzo can be that and keep up his defensive intensity. He's a Swiss Army knife. He can do a lot. But, yeah, we're going to see more of that over the course of his tenure here with the Bulls. I definitely think that. With how the Bulls have been playing this season, I even got my girl interested in basketball now than ever. Listen, it's a good thing when you're able to watch basketball with your girl and she's just not sitting there like, is the game over with yet? But, yeah. Blah, we got another game on ESPN. Yes, we got a game on ESPN. Our next game against Dallas is on ESPN, right? Or is it the Brooklyn game? I think the Brooklyn is our next televised game. That's at 9 p.m. Yeah. Get the locks up for my guy. Thank you. Wait. Let me go back to Blah. Hey, thank you, Mad Dog D. We got another. Did they add a game to ESPN? One of the postponed games? Is that what you mean by that? Clarify for me. Will Petty come out if Zach isn't an all-star starter? No, it won't come out for that. Petty has his next video. Matter of fact, Petty even has the thumbnail for his next video made that I'm going to release in my community tab just randomly one day and say, hey, Petty Roosevelt got something for y'all. But best believe, Petty Roosevelt Petty Roosevelt is very much like Pusha T when it comes to diss rapping. He's very strategic in the way that he picks his targets and his victims, but it's coming. I want to see more of McKenzie tonight. I believe he could help us a lot off the bench with scoring. Okay, here's the thing. And Edwin, I understand why you said, but I think we've overrated McKinney's scoring because of the Houston game. He's played 5 games with the Bulls now, I believe. 4 out of those 5 games, he shot 20% or less. I don't think he's going to be a consistent scoring punch. I think he's going to be a player that can score for you in certain matchups and things, but I don't ever think McKinney's going to be like, the proof isn't there. If we're looking at outside of just one game, He has not scored at the level and the consistency that shows that he can be a big scoring punch off. I think, but again, that's not to say that he's bad. I'm not saying that at all because he's active on defense, active on offense. He's a threat out there, but I just don't think he's ever going to be that level of a consistent scorer in my opinion. But I could be wrong. You think snagging Robin Lopez? I don't know about Robin Lopez. I don't know how much Robin really has left in the tank. Caruso found Kobe on that second unit, instant offense, defense, off the bench. Listen, that and people, we have now seen proof that Ayo and Kobe can play together. We've seen that. I still think that defensively, Caruso, Ayo, and Kobe can play together as well. I think you put Kobe on the weakest wing defender on that. You put Caruso on the best if they're all out there at the same time. And then Ayo can guard threes as well. Caruso can guard threes. I like our bench unit. Throw in Derrick Jones Jr. there, Tyler Cook if he comes. I like overall what we can bring off the bench. And then that's not even to say if we get a starting level power forward, which I don't think they're going to have to starting level, maybe somebody that can start, but not a long-time starter at power forward. If you move Javonte Green down to the bench, you now have 3 hugely versatile defenders in Caruso, Ayo, and Javonte Green on the bench. That is a luxury not many teams have in the NBA. With the scoring punch of Kobe White, who can get you 15 in 15 minutes, and then Derrick Jones Jr. as well, who can score in certain matchups. Listen, this Bulls bench unit is going to be deep. That's why I got the bench mob shirt on. I've been a fan my whole life, but I honestly started getting serious around 2008. The series against the Celtics really made me a huge fan, especially when Joakim Noah dunked on Paul Pierce. Listen, I think that was like that series was the series for new era Bulls fans, right? For Bulls fans who weren't historical Bulls fans. I know you said that you were, but it was like an awakening in Bulls fandom. On top of Derrick Rose being drafted, then having that series in his rookie year, I agree. That series did a lot for people, I think, if they admit it. I love Lonzo, but he isn't an all-star. He's talented for sure, but he isn't taking a backcourt spot from players like Garland, Harden, except he will definitely be motivated, though. Yeah, and that's the thing. I've talked about this heavily before. Usually, if you're not a point guard who scores at least 17 to 20 points per game, you have to average double-digit assists, a high number of steals, which he's doing the steal part, but just with the way that this team does passing and runs the ball, he's not going to necessarily get there. If the coaches... It's going to be a huge thing if the coaches place him as an all-star reserve, if I can talk, as a reserve. There are going to be a lot of upset fans from other teams, a lot. How would you feel if they get rid of Tony Bradley for Cousins? Again, I don't think the Cousins thing is a legitimate thing, so I'm not even going to go there. Also, I completely agree with your Kobe White take. He's a great spot-up shooter. Yep, for sure. Cousins has bad knees and a bad attitude. Rev, let's go get this dub. Let's do it. Brooklyn and Golden State are on ESPN. Oh, yeah, I should have known the Golden State game was on ESPN. So, I was going to be nationally televised. Stat prediction for DeMar tonight. "29 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds." I mean, no, there's a very big distinction. So he got a full contract, meaning not a 10-day contract, but he's still not guaranteed. The Bulls, they did give him a second year on that, but it's not a fully guaranteed contract. It is not. Now, he will go into, as all contracts get guaranteed, but he's not a guaranteed contract long-term. The Bulls can still cut him, and he's still at a veteran minimum, and his veteran minimum is very low. So if they were to cut him, he would get his full money, but they can still cut him without it being a huge impact to them salary-wise. Shout out to CBC. What's going on? It's Haize, man. But what's up, Flight? You know you my family, bro. I had to throw you some shit, bro. If we're able to get the championship this season, I'm sure we got a dynasty team. Absolutely. If we can even if we have a huge showing in the Eastern Conference Finals, listen, free agents are coming here. They're probably coming here. Julia Jules, who I'm doing that brought the idea for the stream. Julia's in the building. Hey, Haize, I'm so ready for this game. Me too, man. Me too. Ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way. Oh, another Ohioan in the building, even though I'm not from Ohio. I've only lived here 4 years. Greetings from the Hall of Fame city of Canton, Ohio. Let's go, Bulls. What's up, Jeremiah? What's up? Which team in the East will be the Bulls' toughest competition? Oh, the Nets and the Bucks. Like, That big, and especially if Kyrie even gives you something like this every once in a while. Listen, it's gonna be. Is Caruso back? No, Caruso's in protocol. He's not gonna be back anytime soon. Anyone who says Io and Kobe can't play together didn't know they played for Team USA 18 and under. Good. Hey, listen, I didn't even know that. You're bringing the facts in here, Tim. Let's see. I'm trying to get to some of the better comments before we go. Let's go to this one. In your honest opinion, how far do you see the Bulls? Oh, the Bulls can make the finals. They can make the finals. They can. I'm not saying that they will. I'm not ready to predict that, but they absolutely can. Some of these contracts guaranteed so they can try to trade them and get their second round pick. It doesn't. Listen, a second round pick can be bought. Like the Bulls can buy like the 58th pick overall in the draft if they want to spend that. If they want to do that just to get rid of a pick, they'll do that. Lonzo about to lock up anyone he guarding tonight, especially. Hey, man. Hey. Jose Sanchez, Puerto Rico in the house. What's good, Haize? Let's get this dub. Go Bulls. Absolutely. This is a good question. This is what I'm going to end this on, and I'll see you guys at halftime. How much does this team lack of playoff experience scare you? Here's what I'll say. And this is me trying to put my fandom to the side because me being a Bulls fan, I want to say, hey, they're playing great in the regular season. Fuck all that experience shit. But there is something to be said about understanding, especially the playoff back and forth, the adjustments that need to be made in the playoffs, the fact of like how playing the same team back to back to back and everything goes. I think DeMar is going to be a very big calming presence. I think the excitement of Zach LaVine is going to help a lot with that. It's going to be interesting to see. How much does it scare me? I will say, if we're looking at 100%, 10 being the most that it scares me, 0 being it doesn't scare me at all, honestly, I'm probably at like a 4. And that's probably irrational confidence. And the fact that I'm a Bulls fan, I can admit that. But I don't know. It's just something about this team, man. Something about this team, the coach and everything. They just seem so poised out there. I don't know. Now it just depends, man. It depends on how, like, if a series gets down to like game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals and we end up losing, I think experience can come hurt us big time in that. But it remains to be seen, man. It remains to be seen. I don't, but it doesn't scare me a whole bunch right now. Doesn't scare me a whole bunch right now. Didn't take. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. I don't want to offend. All right. Well, that is it for this pregame hype show. I will see you guys at halftime. I hope to see everyone who's back. Enjoy this game. Get hyped. I want the energy when we come back in halftime to be high, and I need the Bulls to be winning as well. But like I like to end everything on, go Bulls. I love you guys. Peace.